And one fish, two fish. 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 One fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. One fish, two fish. All right, sound check is good. I heard both YouTube and Twitch coming through loud and clear and just flopping all over each other. Oh, Willie, thank you for that resub, dude. Dyslexic heart, baby. Dyslexic heart. Um, I set up 3 more clothing items the last couple of days. So those got started. We're still doing Rockabilly Swim. Hey, there's Charles. So we still have the Rockabilly Swing, which is a dress and shoes. I have also made sexy lingerie. Let's call out Charles here. There we go. What am I going to do? Textures and morphs. I'm going to see how many of these morphs I can get loaded in. We're going to set up the basic morphs. Well, I'm just going to... So I have a clothing item that I use to quickly get starter morphs into clothes. So I think we're going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that for 4 outfits, though. And then we're going to work on getting textures. So I have started setting up textures for... Well, we already did the Rockabilly Swing on stream, but we've got 3 other outfits. But we'll just go through those. We'll just get the starter morphs and everything. And then we will move on to setting up textures. I want to get the displacement maps done first, I think is what I'm going to do. Can't stay long? Well, thanks for popping in, dude. I appreciate that. Yo, DZ, how are you doing? Everybody, check out the awesome sauce that is DZang. Absolutely incredible artist. You can find them over at Renderosity and the other place, that other little store that nobody ever goes to. Oh, that's right. I did make a sound. I got to make a sound for Kiwi. Have a sound effect for DZ there. What am I doing? It's DZ's magic. That's a magic sound. And Willie's was on the way to bed, but now you're here for not long. Got it. I'm going to add morphs to clothes. I haven't even started the morphs in the Rockabilly Swim, so I now currently have 4 outfits currently in process. I got the 40s underwear submitted yesterday and then resubmitted today because I found something that I didn't like. Yo, Leo, good to see you. So today we're going to add, of course, to the Rockabilly Swing dress. I'm going to add more to the other outfits I'm working on. Then maybe we can play with substance. I think I'm being, when I hit 8 o'clock, I will probably switch over to substance, irregardless of where I am with Morse. So this is going to be so exciting. It's Morse. Oh, this is the tedious part of. I'm not even going to do the full thing. I'm just going to do the slacktastic job. Sounds cool. I wanted something that sounded magical, kind of magical. There. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's undo that. Let's switch to you. You're the Rockabilly Swing Dress G8. Actually, no, we don't do it that way. Oh, Art, how are you doing? I still need to add buttons to this. Saturday, we'll add buttons to this dress. Anyhow, I gotta go get my my thing to add the morphs. I have a body dress that I use for adding basic starter morphs. So we're gonna do that. And I'm trying to think, what am I working on? I am working on a body stocking. We're working on a teddy, doing kind of a sexy gown, and then we're doing this 50s Metamorph Maya Space 1999. Oh, is that what that was? I remember her. Oh, brain stopped. Close. There we go. There, and here. I'm going to do the Rockabilly Swing dress, and we're also going to do, what am I calling it? Nocturne, the Nocturne gown. It's basically a gown and a panty because it's so revealing. We're going to start with this. So this has all my starter morphs built into it, and we're going to take these morphs that are in this dress and transfer them over to these other two dresses, and then I've got a bodysuit that does the same thing. Then we're going to just do the basics for the Genesis 9. There we go. So load you into the scene, but not connected to anything. I'm going to come over here. We're going to fit that to the body dress and say okay to that. I'm actually going to do a couple of little things here. We're going to turn the mesh smoothing off. We're going to just hide the dress while we do this. And basically, I'm going to select this, and I'm going to dial in the morphs that I'm going to want to put in the dress. So come over here. So my Genesis figures have favorites set up to make this easier. I just have to go through and just activate this. Gotta be an easier way to do this. So every time you push one of these dials, it then auto creates a morph into the underlying clothes. Well, not in the body dress, because that actually has morphs in it already. So we are basically dialing in morphs to the body dress. That is then being auto fitted into the dress that we're looking at here. I have no idea if that makes any sense, but it works for me. And I've lost track what I'm doing. I think I'm somewhere in here. I should have, I could have loaded another outfit in here and did these at the same time. We're gonna do that with the bodysuit, and from now on, I can actually do two of these at the same time. That could use a little bit of smoothing there, that bodybuilder size. Oops. So at some point, we will launch ZBrush and touch these up so they look even better. They look a little bit janky today. Probably not going to do the ZBrush part today. Okay, so that gets those in there. Then we're going to come over here and add adjustment morphs. I got the body dress has got a whole bunch of these adjustment morphs added into it already. Just going to add those in. And those are getting added into the Rockabilly dress. When I'm done with this, we'll go do some tweaking on the Rockabilly dress and then save all these morphs out. What did I just click on? I think it was something like skirt depth. Yeah, that looks right. All right, those are done. So we're going to come over here and tweak all of this stuff. I can't read any of this. I'm just going to save it out because I can't see any of this. So we're going to save all of those now generated morphs out. Rockabilly dress. You know what? I'm just going to check on that. And we will clean all of this stuff later. Okay, so that's good. Get rid of this. We're going to move on to the next thing and put that on there. So content library. This is a gown I set up. I think, was it yesterday or the day before? I forget. Nocturne gown. There we go. I'm in a lingerie mood. There's the gown right there. The N other day. So that's how that's looking. And then there's a panty that's going to go with that. What I'm going to do is we're going to fit this to that invisible body dress. Somewhere in here. In the general. I knew that. Mish. Fit that to the body dress. That. I'm going to turn the mesh smoothing off. Just going to do the same thing we did. Just dial these in. Save them out. Okay, click on favorites. Roll up. And then just roll these through. I should probably figure out how to make a script that would do this. Except I don't write scripts. That would be a little tricky. Then I could just hit a script and it would just like dial all these in and then maybe save it all out. Save me a couple of minutes on every project. Okay, so those are the body and the breast morphs. We pop back over here and I'm going to just do the adjustment morphs. See, Clever Me would have loaded both of these dresses at the same time. Clever Me is going to do that with the rest of the outfits. There we go. Just basically, I'll just add a little back adjustment, little chest adjustment, another chest adjustment, more chest adjustment. Hey, is that another chest adjuster? Yes, it is. I might make these better someday. I don't know. Booty adjustment. Just the left side. That does the right side. Skirt depth, skirt width, thigh depth, thigh width. And a couple of flares. Okay, that's good. So we're going to save all of those morphs that we just basically created in here. Same thing, we're saving a modifier asset. And since this is my product, it's a base. And you know what? I'm just going to save them all. Let Odin sort it out. All right, that is good for those. Moving right along. I don't need this body dress in here anymore, which you can't see. I'm going to load in a bodysuit. Where are we? I'm going to go back over here to my bodysuit folder. Bodysuits, people, Genesis 8, clothing, me, building. Nope. This one right here. There's the Genesis 8 bodysuit. Put that on there. And I'm going to load up all the other clothes I want to work on and fit them to that bodysuit there. So we have, so the Nocturne gown has a panty. We're going to put that in here. And then the Twilight Teddy has it's just a kind of a single piece. I'm gonna get that in here. Also, the sultry bodysuit has 2 parts. We're going to load in both of those. Here, and I'm going to hide this other. Hide that. Twilight Teddy. Where'd the panty go? Oh, you're. Oh, I fitted you already to the bodysuit? Like I did. Are you fitted to the Genesis 9? You aren't yet. We'll probably do that. So let's get this in here. I'm calling that a bodysuit because that's what it was on the web. All right, then we're just going to make sure that all of this is fitted to this bodysuit here. Try this. I don't know if this will all work or not. I can't see what I'm doing. I'll do these one at a time. So I think you're already fitted. Yeah, that already got fitted. So fit the that there. Fit that there. Fit this to the bodysuit. Okay, let me just make sure that the bodysuit is fitted to the Genesis 8. The bodysuit fitted to itself? No, it's over here. It is fitted to the Genesis 8. It says that right there. Well, why aren't you parented? Okay, we should be ready to go. I'm going to tweak these just a little bit. I'm going to turn off the smoothing if I can find that. Somewhere in here should be something that says for enable smoothing. There, we're just smoothing off on everything. Then I'm just going to select the Genesis 8, and then we're just going to do the same thing we did with the favorites. And although the panties aren't going to need the breast s'mores, so when we save those, I'll have to just take a peek in there and see what I'm saving. These are going to really need some touch-up in ZBrush. Why are you acting so poorly? You know what? I'm going to reapply these. I'm confusing myself. Yep. Where'd my content library go? Okay, so this fit to that. Mesh smoothing off that. I'm also going to fit to mesh smoothing off on that. Fit that also to the bodysuit. Be fine. The Twilight Teddy. Load that in. Fit that to the bodysuit. Turn the morphs, the mesh smoothing off on that. And there was one other panty for the gown. That's it right there. Get that in here. Over here, I'm going to fit that to the suit as well. Should be good. Now we're just going to come over here to Genesis 8. Click on the favorites and just kind of do that. I'm going to hide the bodysuit just to see how. Yeah, that really didn't go very well, did it? Oh well. There's a lot of ZBrush. Why are you not undoing? There we go. I'm using the wrong camera. Don't use the default camera, Chris. Use the perspective camera. As you can't undo a perspective camera move. I'm going to be spending a long time cleaning all of this up with ZBrush. I think this helps. I like to think this helps a little bit, but still, I need to do an awful lot of Go Z work. I forget where I left off. There it is. Okay. So at least the pair looks okay. All right, there are all of those. We'll add the adjustment morphs in. Here, do this. Back into here. What are you? Look at that. There's a Ceramorph in here. I do the same thing. Let's see. I don't have any cuffs. I don't have elbows. I don't have forearms. We do have fronts. Some of this stuff has hips. Got some knees. I see knees. Little booty action. Shoulders back. Shoulders forward. Shoulders up. Just left side. Right side. Just thighs. Tummy. I don't think I got upper arms. Waist. Ankles. Shins. And it'll expand. I don't need to do any of those. I think we're good to go. I'm just going to come through here and save all of these out. You know what? I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, so that was the bodysuit. That's the panties for the bodysuit. That's the Twilight Teddy. And that's the panties for the Nocturne gown. Okay, we're done with Genesis 8. I'm going to run through this with Genesis 9 now. But now that I'm organized, I just have to actually do it 2 times and then save everything out. So I can put everything that's kind of a dress onto the dress, and everything that's kind of a bodysuit or not a dress onto the bodysuit. Let's load in that. You know what? I'm going to dial in the feminine shape on that to begin with. And then we'll go get our. We'll do the 2 dresses first. And Then I'm just going to reorganize these things. The more still need a lot of cleanup, but we'll get them organized over here. And then I can go do some texture work. It'll be 9 o'clock. And I forgot what I was doing. I'm getting a bodysuit right there. We're going to do the Genesis 9 versions. I do. There's a body dress for Genesis 9 right there. You know what? I don't think it has a flare morph in it. BRB, moving the Escalade. All right, see you when you get back, Art. So, looking good. Come over here. Got the Rockabilly Swing, people, Genesis 9 clothing, and that there. Select that, and we're just going to fit you to body dress. Turn that off. We're going to go get our nocturne gown. I am looking at the Genesis 8 version. Let's go for Genesis 9. I hope I did the Genesis 9. I think I got Genesis 9 version of everything. I think you're good. I think you're good. Turning that smoothing off, and we're going to fit you to that base body dress. Smoothing come back on? Nope, smoothing's still off. Oh, I know. It's because I have the female shape dialed in. That's why it moved. Okay, so that's the two dresses on the dress item. So let's go hide that. Come over here. Did I hide the right thing? I think I did. Yeah, we're probably fine. Go to favorites, start at the top. Just dial these in. Try not to lose track of what I'm doing. Which as soon as I glance away, I'm going to forget what I'm doing. All right, I made it to 6. A little bit of peck action. Go around to the body morphs. I think I just did heavy. Lith. Details, muscular mask, muscular controller, old, thin, tone, mass, and pair, voluptuous, portly, stocky. At the adjustment morphs that are over here in the body dress. Should be right there. Actor, there they are. I think I have these already in the clothes. They kind of got generated with the auto, whatchamacallit. I'm going to take a look at those. Anyhow, we'll dial these in. These assorted adjustment morphs. Let me see. Ankles, buttocks. chest, elbow, midriff, neck, shirt above the knees. I'm good. All of these. I want to dial these in and then clean them up. I want to take a look. I always forget what I'm doing. You know what? I think it'll make things easier if I just use these instead. So that should already be baked in. If I use these, I can delete out the other auto-generated ones with these auto-generated versions, but they have cleaner names. All right, should be good. All right, we're going to save the morphs out on these things now. Same thing. Base. I'm just going to select everything and send it all out. There's an awful lot of character morphs in there that I'm probably going to just delete out. All right, there's the nocturne dress. A gown. I'm calling that a gown. It's a nightgown kind of thing. Looks good. Let's save that. Alrighty. I'm going to get rid of the body dress and we're going to put in a bodysuit, do the rest of the clothing items. Get them their starter morphs and adjustments. I usually don't clean up the adjustments, so those are good to go. Body suit 2022 still. Nope, right there. Select that. Put that bodysuit on, and let's go get Nocturne gown has panties. We're going to want to get those loaded in here. Here we go. I remember what I'm doing. Did you? Dang it, I didn't want you on there. Do this. That's better. Do that. Turn that off. I think I got 4 of these. 3 or 4. I just went to the G8. We are working on G9. I knew that. I would have noticed when it complained that I'm putting it on the wrong figure. Except I'm not putting on the figure. I'm sticking here and then I'm putting it on a figure. Still would have complained if I did it wrong. Turn the smoothing off. Fit to the bodysuit. There we go. And panty that goes with the oh, actually there's 2 parts. I gotta get both of those. That's right. There's the part with the stockings, and then there's just the panty part. And I'm gonna cancel that because I had the bodysuit part selected. I didn't want that. There we go. That's better. You get fitted to this. Turn off the mesh smoothing. Likewise, turn off the mesh smoothing on that. And we'll fit you to this as well. Accept that. All right, we should be ready to go. Just gonna hide the bodysuit while I crank these in. Select the Genesis 8, go up to favorites, and just dial and undo, do, and yada, yada, yada. Try to pay attention to what I'm doing. Don't accidentally skip something. Come on, 4. I already did that. Saggy pecs. Right, emaciated. Do the detail on the fitness and the mass. Body fitness. Heavy. With muscular detail. Muscular mass. Muscular. Older. Thin. Tone. Mass. Hair. Voluptuous. Portly. Stocky. I still probably have to smooth up the bottoms of the shoes, of the soles. All right, I'm just going to save out all of these morphs that we just auto-generated. I think I got all 4. Let's take a look at our data directory here and see how things are going. Actually, this is fine. Let's do some cleanup and organization of the morphs things in here. I still have to clean up the morphs themselves, but we're going to do the organization. I think I got a little bit of time. I'm going to do that for a little bit and then move on. Let's lose these. Bring that in and let's, there's the body stocking and panty. Let's start with the body stocking, organizing and cleaning things up. Do I have anything in here I have to worry about? I don't think so. That's probably good. Why are my adjustments not in here? Didn't I run the adjustments? I forgot to do the adjustments, didn't I? Dang it. I gotta, uh, all right. I screwed up. I accidentally, forgot to dial in the adjustments before saving. So that's about par for the course. Put that on. I don't need that. I need the panty from here. Twilight Teddy. There. Body stocking and the body stocking panty. Here. I get you all at the same time by doing it kind of like this. Maybe, because I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, there they are. Fit to, and then somewhere in here it should say smoothing. There's fit to, there's the resolution, subdivision simulation, collision item. There it is, enable smoothing off. I think that did the trick. Let's hide the bodysuit. Let's do that. We're here to bodysuit, actor, and there's all the, yeah, okay. If I adjust back, did everything move? Looks like everything moved, so I think we're good. Fast forward, scale height, width, down, move that crotch side to side, adjust the fronts, adjust the neck, adjust the rear, shoulder back, shoulder forward, up, side, side, expand all ankles, buttocks, collars, knees, thighs, wrists. Do I have ankles in here? I do have ankles. Did I get those? I think I did. I don't actually remember. I remember collars. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Loosen midriff. I probably have that in there already. I don't know. Let's save these out and see how they're looking. I apparently need to organize that dress a little bit better. I can't tell what I'm doing on that. So we're saving out all the morphs on everything. Oops, not. I didn't want that button. I wanted that button. I think I'm good. See how this looks. I'm going to hide the bodysuit. And let's see how we are as far as organization. Let's start off with, we'll work our way through the 4 sets here. People, necessitate clothing, rockabilly swing. I'm going to put that right on there. I'm going to come over here and organize this stuff up to be a little bit better. Did I not put adjustment morphs in here? Where do they go? God dang it. Like I didn't save stuff. It was being bad to me today. Let's see how this turned out. That's Genesis 8. I want Genesis 9. And let's put the panty on. All right, let's take a look at this. If my, see, there's the adjustment morphs. Got all these characters in here. We don't have any special morphs in here just yet. That's fine. So here, let's organize. I have adjustment and adjustments. And I think these are kind of copies of these. What I think I'm going to do is we'll delete these out of the data folder. But for right now, we're going to change the color on this. Oh, I got it here. We'll go to in the edit mode. And we're going to set the presentation on that. And for these, I'm going to make the red, that green, and that black. Okay. I think that should be good. I can probably save this, pop into the data directory, and clean that up a little bit. So we'll do that. Resave the morphs out now that we've recolored them. I didn't see anything I needed to reorganize there. Projects. What am I on? I'm on the Nocturne outfit, so we're down gray. Or Nocturne gown. Data folder. Chris, there's Nocturne gown. And we are looking at the Genesis 9 version. What I am looking to do is we're going to clean up all the morphs we don't need. There are a bunch of auto-generated morphs like Ali 9 and things like that. It will automatically regenerate those, and they'll be exactly the same as the ones that I have in here right now. I'm just going to get rid of those. I'm going to leave the... I don't need these animes. That, I do need that. These are going to be the morphs that I'm going to customize, so these body morphs all get to stay. Breast morphs all get to stay. That, I think, stays. These are, I believe, loosen ankle. Do I have an adjust loosen ankle? Probably down here under loosen ankle, right? So I have other versions of these ones, so we're going to get rid of these. Through here. That stays. Those are all good. So I don't need these. These are auto-generated correctives. I'm going to lose all of those auto-generated correctives. These are shape morphs that I'm probably going to change later on. They get to stay. These character morphs can go away. Or character morphs that I don't need. Those loosen morphs get to stay. These are more character morphs. And there we go. Now we're going to take another look at this. And then we'll take a look at the organization. It's got a panty bump. I'm probably going to add a smoothing morph to that. But it's kind of cool. It ended up kind of going over the panty so you can actually see it underneath. Anyhow, Nocturne gown. Come over here. We're going to see how things are organized. I still have this expand all here. Do I have another expand in here? I do not. What we're going to do is we're going to adjust that and then just resave it out. So let's make that in human. And I'm going to just move that to adjustment. Accept that. And we'll just resave that, morph back out. And right there, we'll just save that one. Expand all. And when we take a look at this, that is so much better. I'm going to resave all of this stuff to make sure my limits are tweaked. So here we're going to do this just to make sure. Actually, can I show? See that it's got no limits. We're going to put limits on everything. limits, enable limits. There we go. That should basically limit all of these dials. Same thing with these. Okay. And I'm just going to resave. Those are hidden. Those are hidden. There's something in here. Oh, it's a base female head. That's also hidden, though. Hey, it's Rod Jelly. Think we're good. Accept. Right. Alrighty. Done with that. Let's do... Alright, let's tweak the panties. What do we got in here? See, I don't have those, so we're going to have to manually rename all these. First things first, let's change the color on all of this. So everything's going to be green and black. Say okay to that. Just going to set the limits to everything. Good. I apparently don't have, I thought I had versions of these. I guess I didn't save them. I just have to rename all of this stuff and make sure it's in the right spot. See, that's an adjustment. Here, we're going to make this human. Not body BS, expand all. It's just going to be expand all. Same thing with these. There we go. And just one more for this. All right, should be good. Save that out. I'm gonna click on that. I could probably just get away with clicking on that. Anyhow, we'll accept all of that. And let's pop over into the data folder for that and clean that one up. So kind of like we did for the other one, we're just going to get rid of all these extraneous auto-generated morphs that'll just auto-generate anyhow. Because I don't support those personally. We don't need these corrected morphs because I didn't create those, so they'll just automatically regenerate. So no sense in me including all this extra. I try to clean these up. Sometimes I'll forget. It doesn't hurt. It just adds extra weight to the file that I guess you don't really need. I think that's good. Should be fine. Okay. I'm gonna double check that. Select you. That came in fine. That came in fine. We're happy. Oops. You know what? God damn it. I am just going to get rid of that. We'll come back to that later. All right, let's do the same thing for the Genesis 9 versions of this. And then I'll stop playing around with morphs and we'll go play around with Substance Painter. So we're going to work on the lingeries. I have got the Rockabilly Swing kind of started already. I think I'm going to double check. I might need to add my displacement map still. Probably need it. So we're probably going to do displacement maps for Rockabilly Swing, and then we'll move on to displacement maps for all the others. And I forgot what I'm doing. Genesis 8, right. I should probably do this for the Rockabilly Swing. We'll come back to that. That. That on. That on. Select this. Come over here. So we're going to take a look at the data folder here for the gown. I actually auto-fitted this from the Genesis 9 version, so it has a ton of these Genesis 9 morphs in it. So we'll get rid of those. You know, I'm going to... Yeah, we'll do that after I save. Okay, same thing. This says adjustments. I'm going to make that say adjustment. So pop over here. Grab all of that. I'm going to set our presentation and make all the dials green and black. That. I'm going to come over here. We're going to set the limits to everything. So limit, enable limits. There we go. I have a whole bunch of stuff here that needs to be cleaned up, so we're going to slog through that. I thought I had done something clever to avoid that, but apparently I didn't. Oh, and these all say adjustments. Let's change that. We can do them all together at once like this. So we can set the group for that, the property group. You can't see that because it's over on the other side. And we're going to set you all to be... Actually, some of you are loosening more, so I got to do this in 2 groups. Here. Let's set our property group to adjustment. We'll take that S off. From here to here. Let's set that property group to be adjustment loosen. Like that. Excellent. I just need to clean up the names of all these loosening morphs. I'm going to do this for the panties. And then Substance Painter. Honest. I really mean it this time. Something's happening. What happened? Yo, Farrell, how are you doing? We're just playing with setting up starter morphs for clothes and cleaning up our parameter names. We're changing from the Dazbot language to normal human. Doing good. Saw the stream on YouTube and seeing that the dress. Ooh. Which dress? This one? Where am I? I've got 4 more of these to do. Then we do the panties. Ah. Yeah. I set up 3 more outfits the last couple of days in Marvelous Designer, so I'm trying to sort of mass doing like 4 outfits right now. Sade's iridescent shader gave you the idea. That is good to go, I think. I'm just going to save all of that out. We're going to go delete the extra morphs that we don't need. You could do a solid and a sheer with it. Yeah, I will probably have sheer versions. I mean, I do have sheer generic shaders. I haven't quite decided the looks. Well, I have a whole bunch of Atenis. Is it Anetnis? I can never pronounce her name. She makes a ton of shader material, merchant resources. I'm going to have to dig through some of those. My brain stopped. I know what I'm doing now. We're coming back over here. So, yeah, and then I'm just going to delete out the extraneous morphs in here. Which start here. So I have a whole bunch of extraneous morphs left over for when I just roughly converted this from Genesis 9. So those go away. Those are good. These attractive body shapes, I don't need those. Those will just get auto-generated. These character shapes, I don't need those in here. They'll just get auto-generated later. These are all good. I have no idea what that is. It happens with the auto-generation, I think. I think it comes from the something. I don't know. Anyhow, we're going to get rid of all of these. Down to right there. You want to keep the breast morphs. We're going to clean those up. I don't need that. I don't need any of these. Those are actually, the PJCMs are actually Genesis 8 morphs. And then these are more morphs left over from Genesis 9. I'm not sure how the iridescent shaders get done, or if they're just like using a kind of if they're cheating with an iridescent shader map or something. All right, looks good. Let's knock off the panties. So we're gonna clean the panties up. So let's take a look at what we got over here. Same deal. We're gonna set all of this to have limits. So limits, enable limits. That part is done. I have something in here that says adjustments. I can just clean this up by itself. Just like that. And since I'm here, we'll make the name more human. Change the label. There we go. Now we can take a look at these adjustments. What are you? Bodybuilder. Oh, you know what? These, we're going to move you. These are controls for full body morphs. So I'm just going to stick those down in here. Then come through here, change the color. I think I did already set all of these, right? Yeah, there I'll have limits on them. Then some of these still have garbage names. Well, that was FBM. You know what, I'm going to delete this. We're going to keep these. So let's Sun's on the way down. Gotta go. Catch you later. Hey, it was good to see you, Farrell. Take care. You gotta just clean up the labels here. Say this out. Delete the morphs we don't need. And move on. Oops. Oh, you didn't get changed. I think I'm good. This is one I'm going to delete, right? What do you do? You seem okay. What do? You do the same thing? You do it kind of a little different. So we're going to lose you. I think I'm good. So I think we're just going to save all of that out. So click on that base. I'm just going to click on that, save it all. Then we're going to delete the ones we don't want. And then we're going to take a look at Rockabilly Swim and see if I set up a placement map for that or not yet. If not, we're going to do displacement map. Then we're going to look at the other, setting up the displacement maps for the other 3 outfits. And did my brain stop? My brain has stopped. I'm going over to here. And we're going to come over here for the Genesis, the Nocturne. You got an extra E in you. Bad, Chris. Bad, Chris. Anyhow, we're going to get rid of all the morphs we don't need. These are left over from Genesis 9. That's that expansion I'm going to delete. These are Genesis 9 corrective body morphs. I don't need those. Genesis 9 character shapes. You definitely don't need those. These I'm going to keep. These are Genesis 8 morphs. Still isn't sure what that is. I can probably get rid of that, frankly. That's what I'm thinking with a 1 kilobyte size. You know what? I open you up with a text editor and see what's inside. It's got stuff in there, but it's I can probably just delete it. There's not a lot of stuff in here. It's less than a K. I think it's some garbage that just gets left over with the auto convert and the transfer tool. I'm going to leave it for now. Anyhow, these are Genesis 9 morphs. They can all go away. Bye, bye, bye. I think we're good. Hopefully I didn't accidentally delete something I needed. I can add it back in later, but it's kind of just a pain. All right. I'm done with those for now. Let's go take a look at the Rockabilly Swing and see where I left off with the textures on that. When we last saw it, I got a basic texture set up in here. So it's currently red with, or maybe not. Did I save a texture over here? Nope. That's left over from the 40s. Let's load this in. I got textures on that. Let's save that as a material file. So that's all garbage from another project. Likewise, this is all left over from that project. Hierarchical material files. I'm going to get rid of those. You're back on the YouTube. You got fireflies already? No fair. I see no fireflies. Although I might get another thunderstorm today. Anyone see the starship go boom? I did. All right, I'm going to rename these. Instead of LL, they'll become RS. You got your fireflies already too? Uh, Lou Christie. All right, those have been renamed. Let's save this right here. Let's hit refresh. That's better. Material preset. RS 01 red and black. So uncheck all simulation settings and accept that. Bubblegum error, lightning striking again. I think I did the, if I did the Warn version, wait, I was going to check to see if I did my displacement map. And it's taking so long, you can tell I still have the smart content running in the background. Done yet? Two faces have I, the gypsy cried. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, it's still saving. Okay, it's done saving. Finally. All right, looking. I don't have pockets. Why do my pockets not save? Because I probably have different names for my pockets. That's. What do you think the pockets are called? Pockets. What do you think the pockets are called? Oh, you still have garbage in the name. There's the problem. Get rid of the garbage. Okay, garbage eliminated. I'm gonna have to resave this. I need to resave this dress anyhow because I want to save it with that texture. Wow kits? Fake pockets. Yes, they're fake pockets. Well, will I say fake pockets on stream? I just did, dude. See, that's better. That's what it's supposed to do. Well, I gotta do a render so I can see if I've got my. Actually, let's take a look. Do I have my displacement maps? I should see. I do not have displacement maps, so we're gonna make the displacement maps for this. F the F and Fers, man. um. All right, I got too much stuff open. I'm closing all these. Then we are going to. And do I have. I do. All right, let's open you up. How big are you, by the way? Did I make you 8K? I did not make you 8K. I want to say this is 8K. I'm going to resave this. All right, we are. Hey, look at that. I told you we were going to get the substance today. Swing dress. There we go. I'm going to save that. Oh, the YouTube AI is going to read my lips while I read it? Foul. Foul. Uh, file. Export texture. I want an 8K map of my IDs. Right there. I'm going to export that. There we go. I'm going to cut that. Come over to here. Paste. Yeah. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Did you come down here? You're down here. All right. Activate Photoshop. AI bad. Don't say that out loud, Rod, because when they become your master, they're going to remember. You thought your wife could remember shit. AI's got that beat. I'm opening with Photoshop. There we go. Do you remember way back when Paul McCartney got in a car, wrecked it, and they named his replacement Paul? Yeah, he's the one that's not on the cover of Abbey Road, right? It's the faux Paul. All right, looking good. I got some weird bleeding in here though, don't I? I think that's going to be okay. Chris needs his template folder. Did we do a template on this yet? I'm going to resave my template. I don't have a template. We can fix that. We have the technology. I have tools. I'm going to import in I think I want that one there. Yep, that looks fine. Let's go to UV editing, select everything. I'm going to save this out as a texture template. I'm going to do that at 8 times. Got to put the, there we go. Export that. I have no idea where I just saved that. Damn it. Don't you hate it when that happens? There you are. You're in documents. You don't need to be in documents though. And you're a user-facing file, so you don't need spaces. And we're going to come to here and up, over, and down. And I need a subfolder there. Rockabilly swing with maybe not an E in the front. And export that there. Back over to here. There it is. Open you with Photoshop. Looking good. Actually, can I do just do a drag and drop? Excellent. All right, let's set up our black area. Photoshop has now just taken over the whole screen, hasn't it? That's the way Photoshop rolls. And what are you? You're just an Explorer window. Got it. I'm gonna move you out of the way so I can read chat better. I think I don't need Blender at the moment, so we can just shut that down. Need a new layer in here. Fill this with white. My white looks gray. I'm gonna try that again. What the hell? Oh, I filled it with a pattern. Wait. Is it Shift F5? And I need the. There we go. Let's do it with the foreground color. That's better. Excellent. All right, let's put a little bit of shape on the edge of this with my inner glow. Okay, let's hide these for a second. And then we're going to set up the hems and the trims. I just need to set up the hems. I'm going to do 3. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. All right, we're going to do 3 layers of this. I'm going to clean up this right back in here. Let's do that. Why did you bleed through like that? What the hell? Let me switch you back to contiguous and try that. Clicking on the wrong layer. There we go. I like that. For those. It's good. I'm gonna grab. I think I need to switch my tolerance a little bit. I think I'm in the wrong layer. There we go. I think that's gonna be good. File, new layer. Okay. And we're gonna fill that with white. File, new layer. Okay. File, new layer. Okay. Come back to this one. Actually, I want to come down here. Grab these 2 parts. Come over to here. Fill in. Blend. Back to here. I'm gonna grab these. These are going to be the displacement maps for the different levels, or we can tweak the length of the dress. That in there. And I'm just going to adjust. I'm going to put an inner glow on that. I'm also going to put an outer glow on that. Need to tweak that. I think that I'm gonna we're gonna make the outer glue a little bit softer on that, I think. Kind of like that. Oakley dokley, Control D that. Copy this. Layer style. Paste and paste. Am I looking at it right there? Is paste layer style right in front of me somewhere? There it is. That got a little rough, didn't it? That one looks fine. I'm going to see if I can smooth this one out. Do layer 4. You are layer 4. I just said you are layer 4. So let me see if I can get a better selection on that. I think that was better. My first selection was the tolerance is too tight. So it was looking really rough. Did I delete layer 4? Gag, damn it. Paste the layer style. Yeah, it's going to be so much better. So I'm going to clean up layer 5 as well. I'm going to kind of just do the same thing. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. Don't need that. We need you. And layer 1. Okay, now I'm going to save this 3 times. I'm going to turn that off and that off. So this is the displacement map for the long version. File. Save as copy. Do I want to just save as copy? Export as. Egg. I'm actually going to make these exports a little bit smaller. I'm working at 8K, but I'm going to save them out as 4K. I don't know. I showed up in one of my promo folders. That's the reason why I'm over on screen 2. You go there. Rockabilly Swim. Runtime. Textures. The Rockabilly Swing dress. This is going to be dress. Displays. Disp. I'm going to say disp underscore long. Save that. Oh, dang it. What are you doing over there? Bad boy. Where did you come from? Are you in here? think so. I think I'm going to just paint those out. Um, yeah, tweak the hardness on that. And can I just do that? Work that kind of work. Okay, that's fine. Do I have extra stuff in here? Looks like I kind of do. Probably okay. Probably okay. All right, all right. We're gonna know we're doing this again. Oh, I used a substance command in Photoshop. Oddly enough, it didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna set you to 4K. Export that. Is this trimming? Not resizing? Oh yeah, I gotta do this, right? Probably good. That is medium, mid. And that would be the displacement for short. All right, let's pop back over into here. And let's get our displacement map on. Right there. Not sure where I am on that. Hold on. Where did I just put this stuff? There they are. Okay. I want the one for long for right now. So we're just going to drop that right into there. Try that again. Hopefully this time it'll stay. Excellent. Let's set that displacement level to 6. Let's see how that's looking. Hey, Tesno Pesno, how are you doing? Everybody, check out our good friend Tesno Pesno. Yay! Okay, I'm happy with that. We're going to save this. Do I have smoothing on here? I'm getting the weirdest crease right there. Just modding and chilling. Yeah, I caught your stream the other day when you were at the medieval fair. That was cool. General mesh resolution. It's a Control Shift F. Do I have a? There we go. A smoothing on. I think this will be better. Control R. And thank you for shouting out Tesno Pesno there. Your NSA eavesdropper is taking control of your laptop again. Oh no! Don't watch YouTube movies that outsmart AI. It's midsummer here this week. Well, it should be like, is it midsummer? Summer starts in a couple of days, right? The official summer solstice. I think that's working for me. I think we're going to go with that. Is looking good. All right, we're going to resave this dress. We're going to add buttons eventually. But for right now, kind of happy with that. Although I might tweak the texture so I can actually see, or maybe not. I'm debating if I want to see texture in the fabric part or not. This is kind of a satin with just a cloth. Oh, you know what? I'm going to tweak it. We be tweaking. We be tweaking. Where's my Here, I'm going to do that and that and that. Those. I got a bass bump in here, but I think I need to make it noisier or something. I don't know. Let's try that. See how that looks. All right, I see a little bit of a texture in here. I'm going to save this for right now. Cancel that render and move on. So we're going to resave you. I'm going to resave the material file with this revised version we just did. Oh, don't save those simulation settings. Oh, sneaky. It's your AI overlord. That's all. Don't worry about it. It's the AI. It's all okay, Art. Don't worry. I'm sure Microsoft has nothing but your interests at heart. It'll be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. That's right. Now I'm going to just resave this dress, and I'm going to try to maybe. What do we got? I got 9 minutes. I think I'm going to try to set up the displacement maps for the Nocturne outfit, and then we'll call it a day. So a whole bunch of random progress that doesn't really mean a lot, but I have to do it anyhow. I'm completely in the wrong folder. Okay, so I'm going to override that one right there. Rockabilly swing, dress. I think all of this looks good. So we're saving that out with our fancy schmancy textures. All right, start doing some texture work on Nocturne. Nocturne down. Oh, that's this strappy little thing. Comes with a panty because you're going to need it. And right now I'm just going to do the displacement maps. So let's zoom and I think I have actually saved out my IDs. Make sure to run some kind of program like Glarisoft Utilities, clear any register traces. We're going to pop over to here. We'll go into the lingerie folder. This is Nocturne Gown. Templates. Did I do a template? I don't, because it's sitting over here in the whip folder still. At least I thought it was. I could have sworn. Oh, there it is. There's the template. Are you 8K? You are 8K. Excellent. So kind of like what we did with the swing dress. I'm going to open you with Photoshop. Drag this in. Is that lining up? Yep. That not line. I just dragged in the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to drag that in. There we go. That's better. You're the wrong size. Dang it. I thought you were 8K. You are 8K. What are you? You're 8K. You're 8K. You're 8K. I'm so confused. You turned sideways. Why do you turn sideways? What the hell, Blender? Oh, I know. I probably did one of those goofy rotate things by accident. Oh, now it's just completely. I'm just going to resave it out. I'm confusing myself at this point. We are looking for not you. Not you. No. No. There it is. I want that one right there. Tab in, select all, go to UV editing. Okay, we're going to export that out. UV. I'm going to save that at 8K. I want to save you near here, but not here. Right here. So I'm going to overwrite that one. That's twisted. Can I just close you? Now can I drag and drop you in? All proper like. Oh, for crying out loud. It's upside down still. Okay, that's better. Photoshop. That. And are you going to drop in on top? That's better. That's what we wanted. I'll fill you in with black. Do a new layer in here. Fill that with white. Nope, wrong button. But that wasn't my new layer. That's my new layer right there. All right, we're going to set up trim. So I'm going to grab, I think I fixed that. Dang it. Every time I turn around, stuff's sneaking in. I think I'm missing a part there too. Oh, Jiminy. I'm in the wrong layer. Control D. That, that, and that. I think those are good. So let's make a new layer for those. Alrighty. Start setting these up. It's going to be for the long version. I gotta touch these up. So I'm gonna set up the long version and we're gonna call it a night, I think, because it's 9 o'clock now. This. I'm gonna fill that in. I have to touch these up a little bit because I have these little gaps here, the way I did things. I control T that. Drag you up like that. Is good. I think I just have to do that 2 more times. There's another one. I'm gonna get that. Excellent. Getting there. Oops. Okay, should be good. Bring it around. Finish up these last 2. All right. Hide that. Bring that up. Hide that. I need a black background layer in here. Excellent. All right, let's put our. Which one are you? Oh, I know which one you are. Can I just paste layer style from what I had before? Yeah, that kind of works. I want to do that same thing here. And I guess I can just drop it right there. It should be good. That should be the displacement map. And we also have the panties in here as well as the top. And hopefully these UVs haven't changed. So let's do a save as. Save as, no, export as. Change that to 4096. And you're going to go over into the lingerie, the nocturne gown, down here, textures. And we need a folder for this. Turn down. This long works for me. All right, let's pop over here and see how this is looking. Well, you got garbage in here, don't you? I might have to just completely rebuild this again. Hidden wireframe. Let's hide the dress. I thought I fixed this. Yeah, I gotta resave that. And it's got a hole in the crotch. Boy. After I did all the morphs on it, too. Dagnabbit. Anyhow, I'm gonna get the displacement map on here and we'll call it a night. Wrong thing. Are you not sewn up there? Yeah, I got a little bit of a gap there. Oh, I got all sorts of little problems with this thing, don't I? And this is the one that I fixed. Dang it. Don't you just hate it when you find issues like that and you've already made a bunch of work on it? Mm. You know what? You're supposed to be in there. And somewhere in here should be something for... There's my displacement strength. I don't even know if this map's going to be good when I get done. All right, let's find somebody right and call it a day. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Just a bunch of random stuff that's all part of the process of making clothes for Daz. Nothing too exciting, but I appreciate y'all hanging out anyhow. I should see, and I'm not seeing anything in here. Why am I not seeing anything? I swear the gods hate me today. Can I not click on the thing? I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. You know, my displacement map didn't stay put. That's what happened. It's a day. Catch you later. Yeah, we will be back. Hex tier. All right, who's hex tier? We can do that though, Charles. I've got too many lights in here. I'm going to turn some off. Take a look at that. Ah, I do have the best viewers. Hey, DZ, it's good to see you. There we go. I'm seeing my displacement map kicking in now. I got a lot of issues with this, though. I have a bunch of fixing to do. That's supposed to be welded. The pants are still tries. Little things like that. But my displacement map looks good. So if I don't change the UVs too much, Anyhow, let's go over. Let's check out Hex Tier. At least I think that's what Charles is saying. We will be back Saturday, 1 p.m. More stuff kind of like this. And then 8 p.m., it's the Saturday Night Social. And then a week after that, it's my birthday. I'm going to have a stream. We'll do something on the birthday stream. We'll see what we can do for that. Anyhow, it's not this Saturday, Saturday after birthday stream. And later in the week, 4th of July stream. When's the 4th? We'll probably celebrate the American 4th of July on the 3rd. That's the plan. The 3rd. Anyhow, yeah, let's call it a day. Let's go find somebody to raid. Charles suggested somebody, so let's take a look at that. That is the YouTube. Hey, if there's anybody over on the YouTube still, remember, like and subscribe, baby. Like and subscribe. I am going to switch over to here. Type in Twitch. The next tier is. Oh, I recognize. Is this the artist formerly known as Touch Chaos? Did she change her username? Is that what happened? Anyhow, we'll go over there. We can do that. It's Touch of Chaos. She changed her name, and this may be the last time we get to raid her because she's trying to get her partner push. All right, we can do this. We'll raid her. Also, if you're not following her and you want to check her out, do that. So the partner push, the more people that can hang out. So here's what we're going to do. So if you can join the raid, that would be super cool. If you want to help with the partner push, when we raid over it, you want to refresh that screen. You can either double click on her name, I think, that, and it'll mark it as you are actually watching her stream instead of it saying raid up here. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Grab the raid call, kind of stick around, refresh your screen, help give her those views for the partner push. That would be totally cool. Anyhow, thank you, Charles, for that recommendation. And that was the wrong command. Check out our good friend Charles here. And remember, kids.
Is that a salami in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
Yep.
It's a salami.
It's a salami. Alrighty, let's grab our raid calls and go over and say hi to Hex Tier. An absolutely incredible charcoal artist. Hey, feel free to join the Discord. If you're not a subscriber, you can use that red call. If you are a sub, you can use the sub raid call. There we go. Thank you, anybody who's watching on YouTube. I hope you all have a good rest of a Thursday, Friday for those of you on the happy side of the planet, and hope to catch you Saturday, 1 p.m., and then back at 8 p.m. for the Saturday Night Social. All right, let's do this. Raid. I can actually spell Hex Tier. How weird. I think we're good. I'm going to pop over here into my mod view. Raid has been created with 4 viewers. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, and I can raid now already. Hasta la vista, baby.